Okay, I'm going in order of what I saw, which obviously means that there's going to be more than one. So, but yeah, so 2 down, 5 to go minimum, because this is Downsizing. Saw Bright as well, which is the review going up after this. And then I didn't get everything that's coming out, but I got a good majority, which is unusual. Usually I either don't get very much of anything or sometimes nothing at all. But I got Downsizing. The next one's Bright, which is a Netflix movie. I got Jumanji, Greatest Showman, Father Figures, All the Money in the World I'm getting on Sunday, Pitch Perfect 3. I think that's the entire 7 that I got out of, I think there were 8. Maybe 9. Yeah, 9, because I think one of them, Molly's Game, I heard was coming out for some people around this weekend, like on Christmas, the same time as. Oh, and Phantom Thread I didn't get. So 9. But yeah. So, anyways, I saw Downsizing Thursday night. Saw Bright really early this morning. Should be seeing Jumanji today, but some stuff came up. And, you know, and so I don't know if I will be. I assume that I still will be, and it'll just be later than I planned, because I just assumed that we'd go matinee, but it'll probably be later. But I don't think that we're not going to see it. Then Saturday, I'll probably get one of these done. Sunday, I'll probably get one of these done. Monday, I'll probably get one of these done. So then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then Thursday, I'll probably see Pitch Perfect 3 with my mom, because last night, just barely, was with my dad, because every Thursday I hang out with my parents, and it goes on and off. So one week's my dad, next week's my mom, so on and so forth. And if I don't see them all the way through until Monday, I'll space them out till like Wednesday or maybe Friday. Like Father Figures, did I already say that that was one of the ones coming out? Like that one, I don't need to see that immediately or anything, but yeah. So it's surprising. This started out with like a 64 for the longest time, and it ended up not being fresh, just barely though. But what's surprising is that Jumanji is the best choice for this weekend. I mean, All the Money in the World comes out on like Sunday or whatever, but like for this week, and then for this week it's Jumanji, which is very surprising. I mean, I'm a little shocked this didn't do better. I'm not shocked that Pitch Perfect 3 did bad. I'm just shocked that it did as bad as it did. Um, and that's about it. I really would like to know what people are thinking of Father Figures, but I think I almost said Step Brothers. It's just because my brother wants to see it, and I got it for $2. I think I made a video on that, right? Yeah, on like what I got for Black Friday. Yeah, okay. So, anyways, and we were gonna try to watch it when his friend and my friend too was over, but we didn't have the time because he had so many movies we had to watch, so we had so many movies to watch. We had to watch. But yeah, I'm a huge. So like when I first heard about this, I thought, okay, sounds like a really stupid because I think it was like a man realizes his life would be better if he shrunk himself. So I guess I either thought he was gonna try to, or he would, but I just thought it was gonna be a stupid comedy. Now I don't know if immediately after I found out who was writing and directing it, or if later I did, but then I found out it was from Alexander Payne, writing and co-writing and directing, and then co-writing with Jim Taylor, who's pretty much done all the movies that he's written. So I was like, oh, okay. Was more interested in seeing it. Then I saw the first trailer. I was so in love with it. I was like, oh my god, this is now one of my most anticipated movies. And then I saw the second trailer and I was like, they revealed too much about the movie and I didn't like what they added, and I was like, oh, why did this have to happen? And then I guess I could have kind of predicted this, but why did it have to happen? And so then it made me think less of it, and then, it was only at a 64, so I was like, okay, whatever. But then it wasn't fresh, and I was like, oh no. And I read the consensus, and so yeah, overall, It's not very good. I don't know what to say. I'm really confused. So it's like decently acted, I guess. I guess it's decently directed, but the writing, it's there's not much humor to make this more okay. The story isn't that compelling. They waste the idea of getting downsized, and it just they waste Jason Sudeikis. I'm telling you, maybe I forgot like one scene or something, but I don't think I did. The scenes you saw of him in the trailer are all the scenes he's in this. It was very frustrating. They decided to focus on Christoph Waltz's character, which, in the trailer might seem pretty interesting, but in this, like, I don't know. I just would have preferred him to be living an everyday life and hanging out with Jason Sudeikis a lot. But yeah, it just, I mean, and it's messy, and it feels like there's several movies in one. Like, it feels like the first half is like regular downsizing thing that maybe could have ended up being the second half. Well, no, mostly like the first act, maybe like the beginning, and then it starts to get into something that I'm like, okay, whatever. If that's really what they want to do, at least we're sitting in this, and I hoped something else would happen. But then the second half, it gets really like dark and dull and depressing, and just why and no, and just I thought this was going to be a light and I hate describing things as fun that aren't able to be described as fun, which includes movies, but a light and fun experience about an interesting topic, like an interesting plot, and then, whatever. But that's not what this is at all. So, for me, my dad wasn't, like, in love with it, but I think the idea made him like it enough. But he did fall asleep during it, granted, during the second half. So, if that shows how bad it is. It's just, it's messy, it's uneven, the tone is all around, it's okay directed, I guess. They skip too much time as well, like at the beginning when they skipped so much time, I had a feeling I wasn't going to like it as much. The performances are fine, they use a lot of extras, that was one of the things there's like a lot of one-off scenes with people that you've never seen before that don't have any relevance, and it's just like like he's walking to this thing, and he's like, "Hey, Paul," I think that was his name, and it's like, "Hey," it's like, "Hey, whatever," and it's like, "Hey, Paul," and then that's it. That's the exchange. Or this other one, "Hey, thanks for the help," and it's like, we already know you're good at that. You didn't have to have someone tell us that. It was just weird. A lot of use with the extras. Like they had this big cast and they wasted it. Like one of them gets done very early on in the movie. The other one is barely used, but gets done a little later. Christoph Waltz is used though, and that Asian lady. Honestly, her performance was so good. I kind of see Oscar. Just because she was so funny, but then also kind of seemed to be carrying it. Not that I think that it deserves an Oscar. I just think people are going to be impressed, and especially in a movie like this, having that kind of a bright spot. But yeah, it's very disappointing. I'm a huge fan of Alexander Payne's. I haven't seen everything that he's done, but I've seen like enough to know that I really like him. Election is such a fantastic movie. I probably could watch it a bunch of times. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And then Sideways, excellent. I haven't seen it in a while, and the first time I saw it, I didn't know if it would hold up. I just knew it was a good movie, but it was a near perfect movie that I thought so at the time, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's so funny, but then also so interesting, and everything is really well done, and it's just a perfect example. And it's got a 96% certified on Rotten Tomatoes. And then this guy, he also directed Nebraska. I'm saying directed because I don't remember if he wrote or co-wrote or whatever. Directed Nebraska, which was nominated for Best Picture, and The Descendants, which was nominated for Best Picture. And he's done some other stuff. Some of it's crap, some of it's good, but he's just, this guy is a genius. And then you see that he's doing this, which is probably his most compelling idea ever, and this is what we get. He fails. It's also way too long. It needed to be shaved. They could have cut out the second half, maybe made a shorter conclusion to the first half, but and then they skipped too much time, and it's all around really flawed. But I think there's enough pros, and I think the plot is kind of interesting enough in terms of the overarching downsizing aspect that some people could get enjoyment out of it. And it's not bad by any means. It's just not great, and it's very disappointing because I was highly anticipating it. I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. It's all right, but I don't really want to watch it again, which is very sad because I really wanted to be able to say that I loved it. Thanks for watching, guys. Press that like button if you like the video. Press that subscribe button if you like me. Comment below. Have you seen this? If you have, what you think about it? Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.